The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TV1 News. I'm Mary Silla Kelleton.
And I'm Rex Litter. I'll join you later in the bulletin for sports.
In this edition, national exams wind up with grade 8 papers. Fourth EU PNG Business, Trade and Investment meet looms, and PNG internationals provide solid backup for Kumuls. The first part of the 2023 national examination were conducted sufficiently since the start of the exam on October 9th, beginning with the grade 10 paper. Secretary for Education Dr. Uke Kombra said despite minor issues with the transfer of exam papers to rural schools, the examination was conducted on time and finished on time. He was speaking during a media conference recently in Port Moresby.
The first part of the 2023 national examination, which began with the grade 10 examination on Monday, October 9th, and then the grade 12 examination last week, completed on a high note. Secretary for Education Dr. Uke Kombra said despite minor issues with the transfer of the exam papers to rural schools, collaborative efforts between school heads made it possible for the papers to reach schools, enabling students to attend to the exams.
Stated, and that overall as a country it went pretty well. We were able to have the examinations all conducted. There were a few cases where exam papers had to be carried over very tough terrains and flooding rivers and so on, but we thank all those who were involved, especially at the school level and the principals and education officials at the provincial level, that were able to get all the exam papers to schools. And
Kombra said despite linking issues with the grade 10 examination paper, the grade 12 higher school certificate examination turned out well.
That's, as I said, is a high-stake exam, and we have put the best efforts we could to put into place so that exams could be conducted in a more secure and fair manner. And I report that as of this moment, we have no incidents of any malpractice, and that's a very good news for our country and our education system.
The secretary said the marking of the grade 10 examination paper began last week. Grade 12 examination papers will be marked this week. The examination will end this week with the grade 8 paper. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Sine Yongomogol district in Simbu province is among the many districts facing a deteriorating infrastructure or lack of it. However, all hope is not lost. The district is making progress with road infrastructure. It is a priority of the District Development Authority.
Sine Yongomol district in Simbu province is improving its phase with road infrastructure. While the district is in the Central Islands, its mountainous geographical terrains and heavy tropical rainfall all year around has meant that building and maintaining road infrastructure is costly and requires better conditions and commitment. The deteriorated Mogal Kagai and Duman Koge road in Tabare, Sunai and Yongomol LLG is now accessible for traveling. District Administrator Obed Ware said recently that 2 million kina is acquitted through the District Support Improvement Program Fund to construct these roads.
So far, 2 block road from 2 different LNG, including 3 Mibla city. The way to Mokshagai, go stop long. Mane sugar dege. Okay. Dumon to Monoleba was stop long koge. Total kilometers look 2 block them and 5 kilometers each. Now, okay, me block at Tintilo. Scoping come up in this. Bible extending now 5 kilometers more go. The boat side. Mane sugar dege go gralo. Mwasuko na golsem okay ko feral sem feramara to yoba marwa am scoping kama finish me by extending silly.
This is the first of its kind for the people of Yongomol, Taba, and Sunai to have access to better roads at their doorsteps. Mr. Ware said for the last 5 years, potential development activities and access to basic services such as education and health have been flowing smoothly with good road conditions in the district.
Maybe I got 3 miles to Konoma on the way to QM scoping kama finish. Midnight him kaya vex na bogi scoping finish. One can of them come up Nintul to Korwai. And maybe to Tindina Silly maps or scoping kama finish. So let's be blessing of some fanning now and then we silly map.
With well-built roads, transportation becomes more efficient and accessible to goods and services. It also facilitates the movement of people, which can lead to increased tourist and job opportunities. Also, SSY Works unit is equipped to upgrade more feeder roads in the 3 LLG and do other maintenance on both gazetted and non-gazetted roads in the district. Tracy Part, TV1 News.
In a move to boost tourism and regional cooperation in the South Pacific, Papua New Guinea has expressed its eagerness to host the 4th South Pacific Tourism Organization meeting in 2025. This decision followed the conclusion of the week-long second SPTC meeting held on Friday, October 20th, which saw tourism ministers from across the Pacific engaged in discussions. South Pacific Tourism Organization Chief Executive Officer Christopher Coca expressed his satisfaction with the active participation of tourism ministers from 21 Pacific Island countries. The discussions primarily centered around 2 main agendas: improving regional air connectivity and future-focused partnership in the region. Regional air connectivity was recognized as a crucial element in the SPTO's plan to unlock the Pacific's vast tourism potential. Coco said they were very impressed with the participants from across the 21 Pacific Islands, especially the tourism ministers. The critical links between tourism and aviation were a focal point in their discussions. Recognizing tourism's potential as a key economic driver, the participants acknowledged its ability to generate wealth and improve lives while ensuring environmental protection through sustainable tourism practices. In his address, Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, E.C. Henry Leonard, said people want to see authentic tourism products. However, the challenge for us Pacific Islanders is how do we protect our authentic cultural heritage while benefiting from tourism. Minister Leonard emphasized the need for cultural tourism, citing the increasing demand for authentic cultural experiences in today's tourism market. To wrap up the second SPTO meeting, Minister Leonard boldly announced PNG's bid to host the 4th SPTO meeting in 2025 and highlighted that it presents an ideal opportunity for other Pacific leaders and delegations to come together and celebrate Papua New Guinea's 50th independence anniversary in the true Pacific way. About 53 desktop computers were donated by NewNet Computers to the Royal PNG Constabulary Family and Sexual Violence Unit in Port Moresby today. The computers donated are intended for FSVU officers to use technology as a platform to mitigate crime.
53 desktop computers donated by the NewNet Computers to the Family and Sexual Violence Unit today. It is the first of its kind donation marking the beginning of a new relationship between the RPNGC and NewNet. NewNet CEO David Valentine said the computers were supplied by Lighthouse International, a partner for NewNet based in Australia, intended to assist police officers to use technology to mitigate the emerging challenges of crime through the internet.
Different capacities across the FSVU unit, CID, and the cybercrime unit as well. So yeah, we're pretty excited to do this donation today. We believe that this injection of technology and computer hardware into our PNGC is going to help them with a lot of their work, a lot of their information capture, database management.
Valentine said NewNet will conduct cybersecurity awareness and training after the computers are installed.
The machines really just are a means for us to come in and have this conversation, and then after that we'll be coming in to do training. And we see this as the start of a long relationship with the RPNGC.
The CEO said additionally 20 new laptops will be donated also to the units. Meanwhile, Matsup Sika said the donation of the computers is timely.
Technology is very important and it is timely. As we all know that we are in digital technology era today in the world, right across the country, and for our purpose in our law enforcement agency, RPNGC, this will enable and also enhance us to do our job effectively and make our job productive. It will one way or the other will help our members to help those who are in need of service of policing. So I would like to once again reiterate and say that thank you very much.
Sika urged police officers to make good use of the computers. Trace Sipa, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. When we return, Port Moresby to host EU PNG Business Trade and Investment Conference.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase EasyPay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoying life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot in talk, young or old, a scale race, family meal with home. We'll bring out the smiles cause it's our favorite from us. Tennessee cola, scale rice, don't scale price. Tennessee cola, scale rice, don't scale price. Amber, you like it?
More clean, more sweet. Flame natural white sugar. Make more.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Fine PNG made.
Ton 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 ton, hino ton ton.
Ni momo.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton ton.
That's an excellent header and a brilliant goal. That's Liverpool for you. You just can't keep them down.
Hi, I'm Darren Robertson, an expat pom, chef and part owner of the 3 Blue Ducks in the Sydney beachside suburb of Bronte. A few years ago, I started thinking about making a shift towards more sustainable cooking, but I've become fascinated with cooking over simple fire or hot coals. I just want to see how far I can push that theory and what these simple elements can help me create.
So welcome to my charcoal kitchen. Let's light the fires, stoke the coals and get cooking.
Hello WWE Universe, this is WWE Superstar Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. I'm here to set it all on fire. Watch WWE on Digicel TV.
That's an excellent header and a brilliant goal. That's Liverpool volume. You just can't keep them down.
Welcome back. The Lae City Authority and the Australian and New Zealand High Commissioners met to celebrate the start of the 64 million kina Lae market redevelopment. The redevelopment project will support economic opportunity, growth and prosperity in Morobe Province. Once complete, the redeveloped Lae market will provide improved amenities and safety for market vendors and users, building on the province's reputation as an important economic and industry hub for PNG. Deputy Prime Minister and Member for Lae John Rosso, Australian High Commissioner John Philp, and New Zealand High Commissioner Peter Watt came together for a groundbreaking ceremony at the Lae Temporary Market site on Markham Road, Lae. The temporary market is the first step in the Lae market redevelopment to ensure continuity of business for the vendors and the community. Puma Energy and Owa Investment Limited have joined forces to reopen the Bugandi retail site in Lae, Papua New Guinea, following a 6-month facelift. This achievement signifies Puma Energy's commitment to providing world-class retail standards in the region. The company acknowledges the significance of local businesses in the economy and has invested over $3 million, approximately 11 million kina in the past year to support Morobe's growth. Lae MP and Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso was guest speaker at the small but significant occasion for Lae City residents.
I want to assure you of the prosperity and the partnership that we will move forward together. You too are a huge taxpayer in Papua New Guinea. You too create employment, and you too look at prospering your business. And we stand as a representative of Papua New Guinea government, as a Deputy Prime Minister. I would like to assure Puma of our continued support in your endeavours for the joint development of Papua New Guinea moving towards the future.
Since 2016, the European Union has committed over 300 million kina to support trade-related stakeholders and agriculture in key commodities and over 100 million kina regionally under the Pacific Regional and Integration Support Program. This morning, the European Union's ambassador to PNG announced the 4th EU-PNG Business, Trade and Investment Conference. The European Union Papua New Guinea Business Conference will take place on October 30th, 2023 at the APEC House in Port Moresby. The conference, financed by the EU, aims to foster collaboration between the European Union and the Pacific Island countries being part of the Economic Partnership Agreement.
The European Union has emerged as the primary importer of PNG agricultural products, with a particular emphasis on premium items. Under the EPA, Economic Partnership Agreement, all products from PNG are granted duty-free, quota-free access to the EU market, encompassing all tuna, even if harvested by non-PNG vessels and processed within PNG.
Over 500 participants from Europe, Papua New Guinea, and various Pacific EPA member countries will attend the conference.
This event is becoming increasingly important in not only how we will showcase the event, but most importantly, how this event is creating the visibility and promoting trade and investment between EU countries, Papua New Guinea, and the Pacific. We are grateful for the opportunity to partner with the EU delegation.
Participants will assess how to adopt innovative strategies that will drive progress while safeguarding the region's natural resources and cultural heritage.
We're looking forward to this event. We're hoping that it will be a successful event in attracting proper European investors, as well as helping our SMEs know which channels in which to trade in. So with that being said, we hope that it's a great success this year.
EU's ambassador to PNG says he is confident the conference will be instrumental in forging lasting connections and attracting European businesses to invest in Papua New Guinea and the broader Pacific region. The European Union has transferred 4.25 million euros, around 17 million kina, to the government of PNG to support key national policies on good governance and anti-corruption in the social, law and order sector. With this grant, the EU recognizes and supports the government's commitment to the promotion of good governance and the eradication of corruption, along with its commitment to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. This is the second disbursement under the EU sector budget support EU-PNG Partnership for Good Governance. The EU has already disbursed 3 million euros in December 2021. In line with the national policies and strategies, the EU support aims to contribute to the government of PNG's effort in strengthening the good governance and the rule of law in the country. The program of support to good governance reforms intends to provide a total of 26.9 million euros, approximately 110 million kina. BSP Financial Group Limited this afternoon announced to its investors the group's Q3 financial results. Chief Executive Officer Mark Robinson delivered the results to the bank's investors. BSP Financial Group Chief Executive Officer Mark Robinson this afternoon delivered to the bank's investors its Q3 financial results. Robinson highlighted the group's strong deposit and loan growth, strong key ratios, and the utilization of digital channels by customers.
We continue to bank more people, more corporates, more governments, more financial institutions across the South Pacific than anybody else. And of course, our digital transactions are ones that we're particularly proud of. The 16.3 million mobile and online transactions per month was the average in Q3, and that is that's growing at an annual rate of over 8%. So
Robinson emphasized to investors that the group's balance sheet is extremely strong in terms of equity capitalization, or liquidity. He says the bank continues to maintain a strong balance sheet.
We continue to bank more people, more corporates, more governments, more financial institutions across the South Pacific than anybody else. And of course, our digital transactions are ones that we're particularly proud of. The 16.3 million mobile and online transactions per month was the average in Q3. And that is that's growing at an annual rate of over 8%. So
the bank's CEO says the bank continues to remain profitable despite facing challenges in terms of a more subdued market in the country. He says the ongoing profitability does allow for the bank to make smart investments to better serve customers. And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2695 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2620, $0.4124 Australian dollars, $0.2400 euro, and 38.94 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, cocoa, and palm oil, copper closed higher. The rest closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues after the break with regional news. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add the kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Hey, you want talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager Red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and in New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungim Yumi!
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
It takes a lot to be a rodeo kid. Some people let nerves get to them, some people don't.
She don't take losing very well.
It does make a mama nervous.
It's gonna happen. You just don't know when or how bad it's gonna be.
It's good in the rodeo industry to have a very short memory.
Kid Rodeo, a brand new series coming soon on Outdoor.
Space on the right-hand side that goes for goal instead, and Charlotte scores a stunner.
Welcome back. In regional news, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese will urge U.S. President Joe Biden to remain focused on the Indo-Pacific region as the war between Israel and Hamas intensifies. Albanese flew out for Washington on Sunday for a 4-day official visit to the U.S. It will be the 9th meeting between the two leaders since Albanese's election victory in 2022. Albanese said he will tell the U.S. leader providing support to the region was crucial. It's very important that they remain focused on the Indo-Pacific region, Albanese told media ahead of his departure. Prime Minister Albanese described the Pacific Leaders Forum to be held in the Cook Islands next month as very important. Firefighters are still trying to contain a bushfire near Kempsey. Residents spent days defending their properties. They've been assessing the damage.
Charred ground as far as the eye can see.
My heart was palpitating because I thought the house was going to go through these trees here.
Fire swept through Rowena Tweedy's property at Temagog last week. She's grateful to still have her animals.
Because all these birds here would have been dead.
She credits the aerial bombers with saving her home too.
It stopped right here because of them, and the fires came and gave a hand later.
What are you going to do with fixing fences? How are you going to do that?
I don't know. I do not know. I haven't any money left, so it's just a matter of feeding the animals now.
A few kilometres west, aerial firefighters weren't quick enough to save Melissa Pritchard's shed.
We bundled up the cat, the dog and evacuated, and then we came back the next day to find this.
What have you lost?
The shed, all the contents of the shed. We're on 170 acres, so all the feed for the animals.
Not much in the path of the fire survived, including native animals.
Bandicoots, a lot of kangaroos, a lot of wallabies.
Off in the distance, a growing smoke plume means the danger hasn't passed yet. Firefighters have spent the day putting out spot fires like this as the wind consistently changes direction, and there is yet another wind change expected tonight, setting crews up for a long evening. Government officials from small island developing states have said they find it difficult to get money from the Green Climate Fund for projects to help them adapt to climate change. The fund was set up in 2010 to distribute money from rich countries to poorer ones to help them out emissions and adapt to climate change. The fund is supposed to pay particular attention to the needs of small islands as well as the world's poorest countries and African countries. Small island officials say that money was handed out too slowly. The process of applying is too difficult for nations with small civil services, and a number of requirements discriminate against smaller nations. Experts say the dramatic turnaround for the East Coast humpback whale population is a promising sign for the future.
Beneath the water off Australia's east coast, a record number of humpback whales are making their way south.
We know the population has reached at least 40,000.
That number is a dramatic turnaround from the days of whaling, when the animals were hunted for oil and other products.
By the early 60s, as a result of over-whaling, the population crashed. Only 150 individuals survived.
Dr. Wally Franklin has been researching humpback whales for decades and says he's been privileged to watch the remarkable recovery.
Of course, over the last 30 years, we've been able to watch with a great deal of joy the incredible recovery of the Eastern Australian whales, recovering at 10% per annum.
It's not just whale numbers that are up. With more of the gentle giants making their way along the east coast, tourism operators say the number of whale watchers has also seen a spike this season.
I've always wanted to see the whales. They're just so peaceful and graceful when they flip out of the water. Awesome. Just once in a lifetime experience, I reckon.
It's looking like it's been a pretty strong season so far. There were days where there were just whales as far as I could see across the bay.
But experts say the work is far from over. Climate change is another big risk factor.
There's no point saving them from being harpooned if we can't save the environment.
What a great future we have for whale research in this amazing part of the world.
A miraculous recovery for some magnificent creatures.
If there's ever been a bad time to own property, some landlords argue it's now, with rise in interest rates, taxes and change in tenancy laws prompting many to sell up. But the property sector is warning the exodus of investors from the market could put even more strain on a dwindling supply of rentals.
With a portfolio that once spanned 9 properties in 4 states, Dean Campion says property investment isn't what it used to be.
Having a property is less and less attractive.
The hobby investor keeps a close eye on which properties generate what returns. He says rising costs in Victoria recently saw him sell 3 homes in Gippsland, joining what the industry says is droves of landlords pulling up stumps.
Every time you turn around, you feel like you've got somebody else's hand in your pocket. And you're thinking, would I have been better off with shares?
I think what we've seen in Melbourne and Victoria as a whole is investors are exiting the market.
Although they can get a bad rap, landlords are an important part of the housing ecosystem, which is why there was alarm when a recent survey of 1,700 investors found 1 in 3 had sold a Victorian property in the past year, and only 1 in 4 properties was bought by a fellow investor.
we can safely assume that those properties have been removed from the rental market.
Part of that is because the prices are good at the moment. There's a great capital return for those who have the inclination to sell at this time.
Others say the narrative that sold properties are passing from renters to owner-occupiers isn't quite that straightforward, given that home ownership remains out of reach for so many. However, the same experts warn that property churn is still having negative outcomes for renters.
What's equally likely to happen is another investor will purchase it. That means rents will likely go up to meet their newer costs, their higher costs, given the higher sales price we're seeing at the moment.
I think it's important to recognise the relationship between investors and tenants, a symbiotic relationship. One can't exist without the other.
The challenge is to find a regulatory balance that suits both sides, a task easier said than done.
And that ends the news segment. Sports is next with Rex. Stay tuned.
All children have rights. Be part of the Children's Voices Challenge. If you are between the age of 6 and 17 and would like to raise your voice, share your views and future wishes on how best you can make a difference and improve our country, we want to hear from you. Be a part of the Children's Voices Challenge. You can submit the following: artwork, video or pictures, podcast or songs, poetry, written form, social media campaign, web page, flat and one-page website. Make sure that the videos, podcasts or songs are not more than 2 minutes long. Written pieces including poems, letters or blogs are not more than 1,000 words, and a social media campaign has not more than 4 social media posts. Your voice is important, your voice is the future. The Children's Voices Challenge deadline is Tuesday, 31st October 2023.
And this is Isaac, it's a great save, comes back to Almiron, and Newcastle United lead. Here's a great ball through to Ferran Torres, and Barcelona lead, and Porto fall behind in first half stoppage time.
Let's go. Darren and I are traveling around the world to find some new perspectives on some very old problems.
I can't believe this place exists.
Searching for healthy, sustainable living solutions for the planet.
Merge where we live with what we eat.
And all who live on it.
Woo!
From Europe to the Amazon, from superfoods to eco-warriors, welcome to a culture that screams green and responsible.
It's time to get down to earth.
G'day, this is my backyard, the Aussie Outback.
That's where we're heading.
All right, come on.
Let's rock and roll.
Wow, that is beautiful.
Some of the most amazing scenery in the country.
The thing about this country, it's full of things that want to eat you and drown you.
What the hell?
Hey!
Have a look at this baby.
Great white sharks!
Yahoo!
What could possibly go wrong with this?
Oh, I'm stuck. Drive it!
Holy
This is a really special corner of the world. There's a real sense of connection between the people who live here and the land around them.
Have a look at that. This is epic!
Yes! It doesn't get much better than this.
And I think we barely scratched the surface.
Look at this place, we're on paradise.
Experience an epic Outback Odyssey this October on Outdoor.
Yeah. Boom!
Welcome back. The PNG Peppers' preparations to the 2023 Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands is being boosted with their participation at the Maxis Nations Cup in Singapore. With a stunning upset at the OCBC Arena, Singapore succumbed to PNG 52-50 in a thrilling opener on Sunday, 22nd October. This unexpected outcome left the netball community in awe as PNG, tagged underdogs and world number 36, overshadowed Singapore, which is ranked 10 places higher. The arena buzzed with anticipation as teams clashed, with PNG Peppers stepping up as the dark horse, demonstrating an impressive 85% conversion rate from 61 goals attempts. The revitalized PNG team is being bolstered by inclusion of 6 Australian-based players. PNG plays Canada this evening. The PNG LNG Cumul's camp has been boosted with the arrival of UK-based PNG internationals Edwin Ipape, Wellington Albert and Rhys Martin in Port Moresby over the weekend. While this presents another headache for Cumul's coach Justin Holbrook, PNG is looking good to back themselves up with a solid performance against Melanesian rivals Fiji in Week 3 of the Pacific Championships on Sunday.
The Cumuls are back on the training pitch today after breaking camp for a week while on bye. The camp has been boosted with the inclusion of Super League guys in Wellington Albert, Edwin Ipape and Rhys Martin, who will bring energy and experience to the young squad. The Cumuls will take on their Melanesian rivals Fiji Bati this Sunday in Week 3 of the Pacific Championships here at the Santos National Football Stadium.
It's always an honour, a very proud moment for me every time I get to wear the jersey. So, yeah, I look forward to that more than anything, regardless of who we're playing. But yeah, Fiji, you know, we've built that rivalry now between them, a respectful rivalry where everyone's competing at the best, and it's always an exciting game. So I can't wait.
Lee-Centurion superstar and Cumul's live wire Edwin Ipape is also excited to be in the national team and ready to make his country and family proud come Sunday.
Oh yeah, Fiji, they always give us a good challenge when it comes to test match and all that. So we've got a good bunch of boys here that works hard and that are really reliable. So I'm sure we're going to have a good camp to the lead up of the game on Sunday, and we'll come out and perform to get the result that we know we can.
London Broncos Grand Final winning prop and PNG veteran Wellington Albert said it's been 4 years since he last played the Fiji Bati and can't wait to embrace the traditional rivalry again this Sunday.
Well, Fijians are always, big, strong, same as us as well, and they all come from NRL clubs, unlike us and that, but we always wear that PNG Cumul's jersey with pride. So we'll see, on Sunday, but other than that, they got big boys, we got big boys as well, so it'll be a good game.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Dali M Rookie of the Year Sunia Turiva's late try has helped Fiji to a 22-18 win and get out of jail against a brave Cook Islands side in Port Moresby. With this loss, the Cook Islands are out of the Pacific Bowl race.
Sunia Turuva and Fijian debutant Jerry Mbula were two of the best for their side on Sunday afternoon, with the Cooks halfback Essen Masters produced a man-of-the-match performance in a losing team. Masters opened the scoring after 19 minutes into the first half, stepping off the right foot and finding hole in the Fiji defense. Fijian winger Micah Sivo, who had been willing to get his hands on the ball in the first half, finished stylishly at the 24th minute in the corner after a line break from Waka Blake. The Cook Islands looked like they had scored the next play when Justin Estel Makikere bounced over from short range, but gutsy defense from Turuva and Bula thwarted a try. Cook Islands led 12-4 after SM Yoka crossed in the 46th minute and alarm bells start ringing for Fiji.
We just want to enjoy the win today and then go into tomorrow, then refocus on PNG next week. When you play against PNG, you know what they're going to bring. They run hard, they tackle hard, so it's going to be another physical game. But in saying that, we got a week to prepare for that, especially playing at the home ground.
However, Bula sliced through the Cook Islands defense to score 10 minutes later in his international debut. Fiji hit the lead for the first time inside the final 15 minutes when Blake played to the whistle and caught the Cook Islands napping after it appeared Fiji had knocked the ball on. The ball had in fact been knocked back off a Cook Islands line drop and into the hands of Bula, which then travelled forward and was picked up by Blake, who ran 20 metres to score. But the Cooks weren't done yet with, as Masters gave off a lovely short ball to Isaiah Cooper Techevano close to the line, who then barged over. Unfortunately for the Cookies, Turova's class shone through.
Yeah, that one hurts. We knew that if we can hold the ball, that would give us a really good chance of winning. How we played last week wasn't up to our standards, and I thought we were really good today and just really unlucky for that game.
Gary Longwood, TV1 Sports.
After spending 2 weeks in Port Moresby for the Pacific Bowl Championship, losing both games to Papua New Guinea and Fiji, Cook Islands I2 are headed back home. Prime Minister James Marape hosted a farewell dinner for the team, thanking them for their time in PNG. He also welcomed Fiji to the country. Fiji faces the PNG Kumuls this Sunday at the Santos National Football Stadium. Prime Minister James Marape commended Team Cook Islands I2 for their participation in the Pacific Championships in Port Moresby. At a farewell dinner for Team I2, PM Marape highlighted the significance of the Pacific family and what the championship signified for the Pacific community. Marape asserted that this event could prove critical in the future should PNG's bid in the NRL is successful. He called for more partnership and collaboration amongst the Pacific Island nations. He offered words of encouragement to the young players and wished them success in their pursuit for a promising future in rugby league. Marape thanked the Cook Islands teams for their time in Port Moresby. Although the results were not in their favour, he hoped they can return home with a great experience. Meanwhile, Pacific Championship continues with Fiji taking on PNG Kumuls this weekend at the Santos National Football Stadium. Both teams started their campaign with a win each. New Zealand put on a masterclass performance at home turf, trashing Toa Samoa 15-0 in their round 2 clash of the Pacific Championship on Friday night. Tries came from all across the park, with Ronaldo Mulitalo and Jermaine Isako grabbing a double each for the Kiwis. In what was promising to be a tight contest on the paper, it was the one-sided affair when Jermaine Isako opened the scoreboard in the opening 10 minutes of the game. The little crafty number 7, Jerome Hughes, did his magic to dive underneath the goalpost to extend the margin after Matthew Timoko, Jermaine Isako and Joseph Manu did much of the work down the middle.
Still setting it up, Liotta, got to stay focused here. I like the commentary, of course. Here's Foran. Now it's back to Tapane. The offload is at Jerome Hughes.
Kiwis forwards took it from there, making their own with a try to Britton Nukure, Nelson Asofa Solomona, Isaiah Papali and James Fisher-Harris.
Fireworks coming off both of them. As we see Nelson Asofa Solomona. Just short his ears, he scored. The Kiwis love it, they think he's got it.
Can you hear Paul's through your tunnels at home? Kieran Ford.
Thompson. The last play now for the Kiwis. Again, they're looking for things down the left and straight through to score a try. Oh, that's a sweet day.
The Kiwis' dominant display gave little to no room for the Samoa to play their best footy, and it was a one-way traffic in favour of the host team, New Zealand Kiwis. Isako crossed the line for his second try of the match before Mulitalo grabbed the double and closed the match.
Defensively by Samoa, up to this point, they're getting high on the edges, they're still getting off the line hard.
It's a short side play. Brown gives it to Tomoko. Great hits from Mulitalo, and there's a double for Ronaldo Mulitalo.
Okay, I'm seriously going to stop talking now.
Joseph Tapine, James Fisher-Harris, Jerome Hughes, Jermaine Isako and Dylan Brown were best on the park. Although Brown didn't score, he set up a couple of tries. While the Toa Samoa goes to the drawing board to see why they fell short, the Kiwis will be aiming to take this win as a motivation and prepare for their next game against Australia Kangaroos. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports. A new-look England side have narrowly avoided defeat at the hands of Tonga in their first of 3 test matches played on their home soil. Soundboyne side won 22-18 at Tolly Wicked Stadium in St Helens, with Christian Wolves mounting a late charge that fell desperately short. Midway through the first half, Tonga held a 12-6 lead, courtesy of tries to Tigers outside back Stafford Toa and Knights back rower Tyson Frizzell. Earlier, England had opening the scoreboard through centre Toby King, who crossed in the 7th minute, but the host then kept Tonga out for 53 minutes with a try to Mikey Lewis and Tom Johnston, double-handing England a lead with their opponents couldn't claw back. Here are the match highlights.
Very well worked try. The man out the back, play that we see in rugby league so much. Two Hopawati and then Toa.
Tonga looking menacing. Lola Hare, no kick pressure there. Ball through fair. His man Tyson Frizzell. And Tonga hit the front. It was another perfectly threaded kick. Tyson Frizzell marks his Tonga debut with a try. He's halting. Clark drifting. Smith. Oh, lovely little switch of footwork there. Lewis. Oh, that's devastating. Mikey Lewis.
I think he's out of that, is he?
Oh, that was beautiful. Brilliant. Mikey Lewis for the second time.
That's all we have in sports. Marisila.
Thanks, Rex. We'll now have the weather. Weather for the main centers for the next 24 hours. Southern, isolated showers and thunderstorms scattered over the northern province. Port Moresby mostly cloudy. Omase, isolated showers and thunderstorms scattered over sundown. Vanimo cloudy with few showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Buka, rain showers and thunderstorms. Highlands, isolated showers and thunderstorms, all centers mostly fine and partly cloudy. Gorka and Kondiawa with possible evening drizzles. Ocean forecast for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with east to southeast winds of 10 to 25 knots with gusts. Solomon Sea, southeast to southerly winds of 15 to 25 knots with gusts. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Bogle and eastern and western Milne Bay Islands, seas 1.5 to 2.5 meters, rising to 3 meters at times. And that's all for tonight. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.